What's up, everybody?
What's good, people from YouTube,
What's good?
Spotify, Instagram, wherever they've seen us, right?
Whatever they're seeing us right now.
Alex Pop Productions.
That's right.
This is us. First podcast.
First
episode.
podcast.
Who are we here today with?
What's up, guys? My name's Slim. I'm nobody.
This guy. Now, he says he's nobody, but we did a little bit of research. LuckyLeaf. Tell us about LuckyLeaf. Tell us about yourself, first of all. Before you tell us about LuckyLeaf, tell us about who you are, what you like to do, what's the reason you always get up in the mornings with a mindset, with a warrior mindset, if you could say. What I'm trying to say is, what's the word? What's what motivates you?
Well, man, I'm a born and raised in Pasco, East Pasco.
East Pasco.
Shout out to the East Pasco people.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Used to be the underpass, but now it's the overpass.
Overpass, huh?
Yes, for sure.
Sure.
The projects over there, you know, when I came up, when I was born, you know what I'm saying, it was all blacks. It was all black community in these projects, you know what I mean? And I was probably the first light-skinned kid over there, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, you know, to see what the community is now, it's all Hispanics.
What ethnicity are you?
Over there in the projects on the east side, you know, it's all Hispanics now. And it kind of just...
It's crazy.
It kind of shows what the era that I came up in, that right there, what I've just said, was the era of the dope game. And, you know, being in those low-income houses over there in those projects, you know, the women were losing their housing because, you know, all the boys and the men were selling drugs, using drugs. So, I mean, it really took the community down to where, you know, a lot of blacks are going to prison, going to jail, not being in the home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So to say that, to say this, at the same time, I was outside a lot. You know what I mean? I was watching what was going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you're there. You're gonna be a witness. Obviously, you're gonna be. It's gonna be like it's a movie that's gonna be engraved in the back of your mind.
It was a movie, bro. This is in, you know what I'm saying, like in the 80s, bro. Like, you know, candy paints on those cars, you know.
Wasn't
the
even worn at that time.
It was different, man. You know what I'm saying? It was,
those three babies right here.
Yeah. The money was different. You know, the $100 bills look real then. You know, they look like, you know, and I remember.
They look like if you print it out, you just went to like a shop and you just printed it off right there.
A paper, huh?
Yeah.
No way.
And it meant something, you know what I mean? I got to witness, man, like an era in time with some real game going on in the streets of the subculture. You know, I was born right into that. You know, my grandmother, rest in peace, you know what I mean? She was a drug dealer. You know, my family members indulged and participated in that sub-world of drug dealing, you know, in and out of prison, having shit, nice shit, you know. I seen the brand new Cadillacs, you know what I'm saying, on a Friday night. You know what I mean? And I would see it wrecked on Sunday morning. You know, these guys were living fast, having a great ass time. You know what I'm saying?
Fast life, huh?
Yeah, and I see Monday they'd have a brand new Cadillac. And I would just, man, I would see this all in 3 or 4 days. And I'm just like, you know, these was my role models, man. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of cartoons and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
see
saying?
a lavish lifestyle, people not worrying about surviving, about having food in their stomach the next day, about paying bills, paying cars, let's say Wi-Fi, gas. That's what a lot of people were going through back then, but especially right now too because of the economy.
It's the same thing, man. Yeah. It's the same thing. The glorification of the streets is still running prevalent. You know, now through social media, man. A kid from the suburbs could now be a part of the streets, even go to the streets. And deal with, you know, what's going on in the streets. You know, they might not, you know, the lifespan of these guys now is like a couple minutes, man, you know. The game is all fucked up. Like they was telling me, stay in school. That's the best advice I could tell the kids now, just stay the fucking school. Yeah. You guys is probably out here hustling all fucking day and still making less than minimum wage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know,
man, right now you're making $18 at McDonald's. Flipping burgers.
But, you know, you ain't got the police and you ain't got the penitentiary, you know, because at the end of the day, as I was growing up and seeing that shit, you know, it wasn't glorified on TV and all this shit, man. It was right in front of me. When I came off the porch, I'm seeing these pimps, I'm seeing drug dealers, I'm seeing prostitutes, I'm seeing the interactions with pimps and prostitutes. I could just see all this shit from my porch as a kid, man. It was just, it's crazy that I'm even going back this far and speaking this shit out loud. But you know, that's what was just it's part of being my DNA, man. You know
that's a beautiful thing of the environment you grow around. It doesn't matter what type of environment it is. Just you're always gonna be looking out at the good side of the things. Like let's say if you were growing up, your parents say, "Oh, we were poor growing up." You're like, "Really? I don't feel like that. We always had like a roof over our head, a car, food."
It just depends how you take it, right?
Mentality.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, there's good and bad. So you're the one who's gonna decide what you're gonna do.
And like, to navigate this environment, man, where you see this drug dealing, pimps. Sorry guys.
No, it's not good, but
It's good. It's good.
You're seeing all this. Is now, what are you gonna do now? As a person, to me, it's like, where do I fit in? You know what I mean? And I seen all these guys doing stuff, man, and it's just like, I seen what money was. You know what I mean?
What money does.
I seen money like could buy me a new bike.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Buy me what I wanted and start lusting for and seeing,
That unit.
And my grandmother, she taught me about the money, but I could say I wanted a new bike, and it was instantly, I got the bike right out of the showroom floor, and just like I'm on the street with it, and I'm riding through the project, and kids is already hating.
Yeah.
They don't got bikes like this. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the only kid.
That's the thing. Instead of hating, if people will put that energy into growing big with that person they're hating with, they would accomplish a lot of big things.
Yeah, that would have done too.
So, I would stick out in situations like that with the big red shiny bike. Nobody else got one. You know what I mean? So it would get stolen, or bigger kids would try to fuck it up. You know what I mean? But then I learned about not being flashy. You know what I mean? Just keeping the money now.
Yeah, just keeping it.
I could go get a bike, but it's like I could go get a car with the big rims. And so when just to say that, in that environment, I seen the money, and I was like, selling drugs was more my speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, my hustling from the gates, you know what I mean? With mowing lawns.
Not book smarts, but street smarts.
Street smarts.
Yes, sir.
My first hustles was like mowing lawns around outside the projects and stuff, trying to hustle up, and little odd jobs and shit, you know what I mean? But then you get nicks and scratches on your hands and shit, And as I was getting older, like, 12, 13 and shit, I'm seeing these drug dealers still active, man.
Still active.
I'm just like, man, I'm old enough to really get off the porch, and I think I can do this.
Yeah, you're saying, it's been so long to see this guy's since I was little. Now nothing has happened to them. Nothing's gonna happen to me.
Yeah,
and
it's like you start feeling invincible, right?
Mm-hmm. And there's so many people doing it at the same time, man. Like there was it seemed like I was like the only one not doing it. I would say, you know what I mean? It was kind of so it was really easy to turn out in, man. I mean, I came up seeing it. I was hustling, and I fell into it just like somebody would like fall into McDonald's flipping burgers, flipping fucking grams of weed, and then into cocaine, and just you start moving up the ranks with this shit, man. You see with the money how it makes, but yeah, man. I mean, I was selling, I remember selling Mexican brick weed. It's probably like one of my first Mexican brick weed.
Oh yeah,
man.
all right.
You know what I mean?
Since
did I say something, man?
they say you're considered one of the connoisseurs of weed, right?
I am, man.
Wait, I'm lost. Where?
I love weed, man. I love my weed.
Las pacas.
Los ladrillos de moto, pues.
That's how you call it.
Caro, ajá.
Okay.
No, Rafa Caro.
Mexican what? Again?
Weed. Mexican weed.
Mexican brick weed, man.
Yeah.
And it came from the Mexican homies, you know what I'm saying? And it was, it'd be like literally like a red brick, like you build with. It'd be a brick of weed like that. And it was just so compressed.
Yeah.
And it was just layered off. I remember just layering it off and putting it in baggies and selling it just as fast as I could, get it unlayered. And
that's how we got here.
you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
steps.
you know what I mean? And I mean, I was, what it did for me, man, was I could take care of myself. You know, mom didn't have to take care of me. Nobody had to buy me shoes no more. So like at 14, bro, I was pretty much on my
14.
own.
Yeah, as a man, I feel
14
like
years old.
when you start winning money at a young age like that, it it, it depends on how you grow up too, how money shapes your mind.
Yeah.
Shit, if you know what you're doing, it shapes it like for good.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
if
for
you
sure.
don't know, you're just like, oh shit, a burger here, oh a car over there, like you said,
Uh-huh.
then
Yeah, true.
you're not making a money mindset. You're just
For
making
sure.
a spending habit mindset.
Right. And that's easy to do when you're selling and hustling too, man. You're gonna be spending, you know, here come the girls, here come, you know, new friends, here come ulterior motive, people trying to get next to you, you know what I mean? And you know, that's then you know, like I said, in this day and age, I couldn't see a 14-year-old going out here outside like I did, man. It just blows my mind. They're not ready. They're not ready, you know what I mean? Like it was just a special time and that molded me to like actually where I am now, man. I've seen a lot of people come and go
Okay,
in that
so
in my own community. You know what I'm saying?
out of all those people that have come and go, I have a question about how Junior came into your life.
Yeah, Junior, man, I was Junior's been in this community for, you know what I'm saying, a part of this community, and, you know, he's part of the culture. And, you know, we got mutual friends and family and shit. We've known each other for years. I know he's been in the clubs and, you know, and always known Junior. You know, I had the opportunity to get in the casinos and work in the casinos a little bit. Junior's been running it, you know, running these casinos, and he's a boss. You know what I mean? When you went to the casinos and you seen Junior, you were comfortable. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like you just seen him and you know everything's good. So that's those type of that's a gift, man. That people don't have that. You can't teach that. You can't, you know, especially in this industry and like a customer service. When you come in, like it'd be like seeing like your aunt in a place of
A
business,
place
like,
of
Yeah.
business.
and you
Yeah.
bring your boys, and you're like, oh, we good.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's
you
it,
know what I
man.
mean?
Right there, we short a couple
You
bucks,
know,
a couple bucks. Don't worry about it. She got us.
but
She
then
go ahead.
imagine that feeling for everybody that comes to the door.
Yeah.
You know,
You make people feel warm. You got like in Spanish you feel la sangre livianita.
Leonida.
Yeah,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Like blood.
you like blood. Yeah.
yeah,
I like it.
I never.
I've never heard it. I've heard sangre pesada.
Sangre
Oh
pesada.
yeah.
Mhm.
Like someone that has a heavy, but I've never heard someone say it in a positive way. Actually, come back, it's maybe that.
Yeah.
First time I've ever heard it say that.
See,
That's
see.
nice.
That's
And oh shit, too.
the vibes he's carrying.
Yeah,
Positive vibes.
that's dope.
Mhm.
But let me go back to this one thing the Slim said.
Mm.
You work at casinos. I didn't know that. Tell me about that.
Before this, no, I worked at a Crazy Moose Casino
Crazy
like
Mountains.
for about 18 years.
Oh shit.
I went there for 3 months. Promised my homeboy Miguel. Shut up, fucking Miguel. Um,
No, San Miguel.
and I
Ya está la
told him,
cámara.
anyway, I told him
Y mirando para allá, producción.
3 months
Ajá.
because I was doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had a different business. Bailadoras, dancers, guys, girls, you know, whatever.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, at the same time, I'm thinking about, I'm going to get away from that. My daughter's born, Mika, right?
Yeah.
3 months, I'll figure something else out, bye. 3 months pass. I'm quitting, guys. Bye. Hey, no. Do you want to do this? Not really. What about this? Not really. Último, like, do you want to do this? Okay. And that turned into fucking 18 years at that
18
fucking place.
years.
End up running it
Damn.
and, you know, knowing everybody. But I don't even say fucking place. I love the moose, the people, toda la gente, man. It was good. I truly enjoyed what I did there. It's like just la gente, the good vibes. It's just fun.
Yeah,
It's a good
I've
spot,
heard
man.
it's a vibe right there.
Yeah.
It's always a good vibe.
Um,
Especially like on game nights and things
Yeah.
and like holidays.
I'm like, but like, no more there. Cool. Break. You know, whatever. And, you know, when he came back from Vegas, luckily, got him back in the casino right there. The minute he left.
He went there.
So he worked there too. So when, like, what was it?
Oh, you used to work there too?
Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, I worked there.
Because he worked in Vegas as a car dealer también.
Yeah,
And so, like, when he was, like, come back, I'm like, fucking, please.
yeah,
Like, we don't got no, you know, I mean, no, you know, the people that know, but him, and he needed, you know,
Yeah.
something,
You needed that,
someone with, you know, fucking personality and nice and, you know,
with
someone
that
that
charisma.
wants to be there, yeah.
That charisma.
Commitment.
Uh-huh.
And that too, man. First, I mean, he came in and worked, and it was gonna be part time. He worked like overtime, like nonstop. We're
Trying to get it,
I'm
man.
like, hey, Slim,
Put
are
them
you okay?
hours in,
You
huh?
okay with working this? Fuck it, let's go. Let's go.
Trying to
Shit.
hustle. You
Yeah.
know, there's always been a hustler. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So there's hustle hourly, whatever it is, man. You know, and that's just the East Side Pasco thing. You know what I mean? Pretty much everybody over there know what $20 means, what it is, like how it's worth its value. You know, so meeting, Junior in that scenario, watching his work, I got this opportunity for the shop. It was like I remember just calling him and I was like, "You coming with me, bro?"
After seeing too much people, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah,
oh, right?
Yeah,
yeah. He was
You
like,
know the difference.
you see
"Yeah, that's
straight
it."
through them. You
No,
already
but
know
Yeah.
what their true
Yeah.
intentions
you
are.
call me. You call me. You're like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, the day of the lights, right? The day you guys posted it. Hey, Junior, guess what, man? I'm like, what's up, man? What's cracking? Hey, how's that shit going? He's like, fucking, we did it today. We got through. I'm like, oh, what? What do you mean? And I'm like, I'm doing random other shit, right? I'm just, I think I'm getting my dolls. I'm getting my dolls groceries down or some shit. Yeah, I was getting groceries down. And then fucking, cause I stopped when you said I got out of the shop. I'm like, fuck, I can't wait to fucking go. I'm excited, man. This, and that. Fucking, it's hell yeah, you right? And then he started telling me, right? That's when he's like, hey, like, ¿quieres?
Let's do it.
Like, do I want to fuck it? I'm like, what? Like, it wasn't even something like we had talked about it like that, but like jokingly, But I had never like taken it truly, truly serious. I'm like, well, thinking about it, And then when I was like, you know what? Fuck yeah. I thought, let's go. And that was like shit in December of what year was that? 2024?
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah.
That was December
Yeah.
23rd or something like that. Yeah.
Nice.
December 23rd or whatever the day you got it. You posted, I think, day before Christmas.
Early.
Boom.
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mas,
And then they posted it at the end of, was it Ainsworth and Hightower or Hightower and A?
Yeah.
Where it was supposed to be?
Mm-hmm.
But
I read something about that. Yeah.
I am, this is better.
It's
Yeah.
Better.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Nice place.
that's nice that you
Yeah.
found you guys found a place where you guys can both work, be on top of everything, be managing everything, just still be catching a chill vibe while
Yeah.
doing everything.
Yeah, man. It's
No.
it's
It's
okay.
for the community, bro. Like this is for this community, man. And this is an opportunity to show that blacks and Hispanics deserve to be in cannabis. We've been left out. You know what I'm saying? The way they consider this in the cannabis game was getting locked up. That's a business, y'all.
Yeah.
Going to jail, going to prison, that's a business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
You set up your own little shop and being inside of jail, like you say, Maruchans, you're selling coffee,
mhm.
turning this for that.
And I don't want,
Cafes,
earlier when I was
cafes.
talking about the drugs and how I grew up around that, don't
Yeah.
I don't ever want anybody to get like I'm glorifying that or that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of kids, man, that have great opportunities that's still in those conditions I came from, and they're at an age that they can go either way right now.
Yeah.
You know
Definitely.
what I mean?
They got
You
right
know,
now.
One bad decision
yeah,
and
The youth has options right now, but they don't have that many options. They gotta be careful because right now they have quite a few more options than we did back then.
yeah,
Sick.
yeah, and
Por
you did back
esto,
then.
because of this.
Yeah.
They fucking did
Because of the
that.
phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember as a kid just
Mm.
running around. I fell on hill and I scraped both my knees.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's the fun of being like being a kid. Being a kid, that's the fun of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Living your childhood now over here is like you said, being 14, 12 years old, is here trying to sling dope, trying
Yeah, I
to
can.
sell weed over here.
It'd be so easy. I mean, it's just it's so easy.
Yeah.
It's not so it's so easy for them because we see things and people look at it just like it was different. You were almost like we were outside. We have to be. You should go outside and get an Atari once. Fucking get like fuck that
So,
thing. For my
Because
mom
back then
and
was
Mexicali too.
what's hard to reach to more people,
Mm-hmm.
and right now you can reach to millions
Yep.
of people, and
It makes someone that's
if
like
this podcast has any reach to the youth, man, straight up, little homies, don't crash out. I know a lot of y'all got a lot of temptation to go one way or the other, but just make the right plays, man. Don't crash out and do what your homies is doing. You don't gotta hustle. You don't gotta sell drugs.
Always
I
keep our
mean,
cool
you know what I
mindset.
mean? You don't gotta do none of that shit. Don't let nobody peer pressure you into that because just one time, bro, could be the rest of your life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Even hanging with somebody that got a gun and they shot somebody. You know what I'm saying? So, little homies out there, man, don't crash out. You do got, a choice, man, to be great. And that's trust in yourself, trust the process, and believe in yourself.
Yeah, because right now it's also easy to
Yeah.
compare yourself to other people. That they're like, damn, this guy has a lot of money.
They don't
And
have
I'm
the
right
Yeah.
here.
patience. They don't have the
Like,
patience
come
to wait
on.
for the
What's
gift.
going
That's the
on?
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Patience is everything right now.
Instant gratification. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
that's why videos are swipe, swipe, swipe,
Swipe,
swipe.
swipe.
You need that the endorphins constantly. It's
And
going,
that's what
going, going.
social media, man. Everybody wants to show you the wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't nobody want to show you the losses. You know
No,
what I mean? They,
it's hard to find people like that.
to show, and that's human, man. We gonna lose, bro.
Yeah, yeah. We
You
don't
know what
want
I
to
mean?
lose.
You know what I mean?
True.
Those people that look like they winning right there, they still losing, bro.
They're still
You know what I
losing.
mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're trying to get likes and stuff. You know what I mean? But when in real life, man, likes and all that shit is fictional. That shit's false, bro. A human interaction and experience, like to deal with Junior on a day-to-day basis in
Yeah.
real life,
Yep.
and
Real life.
bring that to the community, bro. Like that's how we change the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what like you said, the community likes seeing you participate,
Mhm.
putting your hands on the dirt. They want to see your hands get dirty with them by working on the
For sure.
community, building it up.
For sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And when Junior came over, that was a no-brainer, bro, because he's part of the community. They know him already.
He's been there. Yeah.
And so they're gonna feel comfortable and trust that okay, this is right too. Like this is okay.
This is a good place.
Junior's here. Oh,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
come on in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same feeling with the cannabis.
like,
You know what I
For
mean?
real.
Junior already built the brotherhood here.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just a brotherhood. Everybody's like, oh, Junior gonna be there. Oh, this Junior likes it. All right, bet it must be a good place then.
Tell your tia.
Todas las
Yeah.
tías.
No, it's crazy. Like, llega la gente, like people will show up and they come in because that store's been so many different things, the shop's been so many different things. And they'll be late, they walk in, you can tell, it's just an older couple, as soon as they señor, and they're looking at their phone, I'm like, oh, fuck, their phone's fucked up, right? They used to be a cell place like years ago. So they walk in and they stop and they're looking, they're like, I'm like, bienvenidos, you're welcome, what are you guys doing? And she's like, mi teléfono. I'm like, whoa, what's wrong there? I want them to come in. And then I asked them for their IDs, and they're like, "Why?" Oh, because we sell weed here. It's not cell phones. Cell phones over here. The
Okay.
lady's like, "Oh no, no say marijuana. I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. No, mijo. I'm sorry." She was like, she got blushed. I thought she was flustered. She was all embarrassed. And the señor was like, "Oh, perdón, perdón." I'm like, "No, no, no, you guys are good, good." And I'm like, because the lady's walking. Thought she was like coming down like her back, Hestel's. Yeah, her back was hurting. And I'm like, but we do got creams, cremas, this, and I'm like, let me show you quick. So I tell them,
On.
and then they buy the por mala now. She's like,
No.
I always play with them. I'm like,
Seller
I want
right there.
un churro.
Yeah.
No nieve. And they're like, Junior, no. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
it's cool, but they didn't know. But now she's like, I like that. I use
Now
that shit
she
on my
knows.
feet. I love it.
And that's the thing about customer service.
You make a connection with people.
For sure.
You make that friendship. When they come in looking for you. Like my homie here, he works at a phone store. They be coming in, they be going and say, "Hey, is Alex here? I'm trying to get my phone
Right.
fixed."
Yeah.
He's a homie. "Hey, is Alex here? He told me about this PS5 I'm trying to buy. He's Alex here. I'm trying to get this." He's already. They always
Sure.
just say positive things about him because of the connection he's made with the
For
customers.
sure.
I heard this guy that's I don't know if you guys know him, but his name is Gran Cardon. I heard him say, "We are not in the money
They
business.
drop my car.
We are in the people business."
The people business.
Yeah.
Now,
So
for real.
basically, just make a connection with people, and money's gonna come.
Yeah, the customers are the business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
They
I'm
are
there
the business.
as just being the owner of a shop. I still will sell. I sell. I'm on the floor. I'm fucking with the people. I appreciate them. They can communicate with me.
Yeah.
And it's like, this story, like I said, is for us. What I kind of mean by that is like the Hispanic community doesn't have that type of what I'm trying to bring to the community. I'm trying to get them to understand like we have Spanish speakers on deck
Hmm.
the whole time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we're gonna tell you about these products. You know what I mean? You don't have to come by. Buy, expect to buy something. Like you could come, learn about the products, learn about CBD. We don't have this all smoking joints. You know what I mean? Like we have creams and gummies and different things, and
Drinks, huh?
to tell to take the
Pomadas too.
time and tell the
Malas.
people about those. You know what I mean? Like
And don't worry
that's
about
what we're
like
doing.
they're not gonna understand me because I don't speak English, huh?
Right?
They're gonna
Is
go
that-
and like speak Spanish and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
be
for sure.
served good.
A lot of people think I'm Spanish. You know what I mean? And it's cool just to be with the people. Man, I grew up on the east side. Like, um, it's cool to interact with the people. I'm trying to learn some Spanish, man, and to really get
Yeah.
with the people because I've been around this whole town, man, and the east side. The culture, the food, and getting my employees at. Some of them never been on the east side this long or know what the culture's like, and I'm like, the food's all around here, the people. It's a little bit different than anywhere else
Definitely.
in
Yeah.
Tri Cities or even Washington State. I
Washington
mean,
State, yeah.
like Pasco's on the map.
Pasco's on the map now.
Yeah,
I
we've been
believe
on the
that.
map, but you know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying. But um,
We're getting there. I mean,
yeah,
this
to
city
be
is growing what? Hella fast.
yeah, for sure.
Since like I've been here 10 years.
Yeah,
I wasn't born here.
yeah, yeah.
So seeing it grow, seeing so many places change
Right.
and the community is
Mhm.
like damn, we're going somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
definitely.
the Hispanics always been a backbone.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Not only Tri Cities, Washington State. You know what I mean? Just a hard working class of people, man, that um, you know, um, that deserve more credit, man, than
yeah.
what they get, how they get treated and respected, man. So we over on the east side, man, changing the culture. Like, one thing we can start with is demanding our respect. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
that's something that everybody on the team is, lead with respect and get respect back. So I think that's another reason to shop is doing
as
so
a
well.
man, that's all you need. Like
Yeah.
respect
Just
for
respect,
you
man.
and for other people. That's
Yeah.
it. Everything's gonna come apart like
Mhm.
together and shit.
Yeah, respect everybody that comes in the shop, man. It's just been a beautiful thing, man. Junior, Betty,
Shout
Betty.
out.
Shout out to Betty, man.
Yeah,
Betty was trying to get in the industry, and it's a really white dominated industry, man. It's hard for minorities to get in, and uh, Betty said she was trying to get into the industry, and I was like, shit, well, I just got in. Come on with me. You know what I mean? It's gonna be work. Take
sure.
the stairs in this. You know what I mean? And Betty. Shout out to Betty, Andrea, Jackie, Manolo. Man is a big a figure over here on the east side. He cuts hair and been in the community, and everybody knows him. And shout out to
Shout out to
Manny.
for
He usually
sure.
be there on Sundays. You want to catch Manny? Come on
On
Sundays.
Sundays.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
he
you
likes
guys already
Sundays.
know.
Yep, come on Sundays.
Nice.
Um, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Got Mike in there. Sabrina. My
How many people is it working there?
And Sue and Jamie.
Jamie.
So
So
many
everybody
employees.
mentioned. Everybody mentioned.
Jamie. There's two Jamies. I got Jamie.
Sorry, I lost count.
Yeah.
Like what?
Jamie.
20 people?
I know about 10 or so.
10? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're still growing. But shout out to Jamie. That's she's a bartender, and shout out to Jamie, uh, my wifey and business partner. She's part owner as well as LuckyLeaf with me, and she really puts in a lot of work, man, day and night to make sure this thing keeps going in the right direction. Shout out to you, babe. You know what I mean? We've been putting in a lot of work, so
Yeah.
she deserves, all the credit as well, man.
Now let me ask you
This
this.
thing go.
I asked Junior the other day. Do you believe in Jesus Christ?
Who me?
Yeah, you.
For sure.
You do?
I
That's
know
good.
it's real, bro. I believe in Jesus.
Okay. How long
That's
you've
God.
know them know them
God,
like
as a whole, all that. Since day one,
since day one?
no matter, even though my grandmother was a hustler, she raised me, in that environment. But every Sunday we went to church. Every Sunday,
Every
man, the
Sunday.
whole family. I don't care if you was hungover from Friday, Saturday night. you got your clothes on, got decent, and we got to church. And
What'd you guys do after church?
after church, eat.
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 Yeah, in the black community,
Oh
we
yeah,
gonna
those
eat.
cookouts. Right?
Yeah, we
Tell
gonna have
tell
to
me
eat. You
tell
know
me
what I'm
one of your
saying?
favorite memories of a cookout you had.
Oh man.
Yeah, please, please.
Tell me one of your
So
favorite memories.
just
Come
at
on.
the church, man, like I coming up as a kid in that same environment of projects, I just remember it looked like a good funeral because there'd be so many brand new Cadillacs and dope dealers dressed up to go to church, man. It was something to see. It was like a parade. You know what I mean? And we go to church on Sunday, but everybody would be really into it, man. People knew the scriptures. My family's really big into church, God, all that. So we knew our Bible studies. I could just remember going to church, man, and singing and praise to God and uh, to see to see those same people from the streets to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
Now I think about it, it's a trip.
Damn. Because I've seen it only in movies. So
Yeah.
myself, like in real life, I've seen
Hey,
it just in movies.
coming up next, Slim's movie.
Same story.
Right?
Yeah,
When people get together like as you said, black community, I've seen it in movies, and I'm like,
yeah,
damn, too many people together.
Yeah.
I don't see that.
I seen God.
Honestly.
I seen God work on them Sundays, bro. From the killers and dope dealers, like I seen that shit on the streets, but I seen what God does on Sundays.
Right.
It's pretty.
Damn.
It's a pretty big power that's uh, it's not made for our mind to be understood. It's just for us to just go with it.
That part.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
God has you, and I've lived through that too. I'm like, oh, what is this, that? Oh, why is God
Yeah.
doing this to me? But I'm like, on myself, I'm like, God will provide. It's just He knows what He's doing.
And I want to know what you guys think on smoking weed and God.
It's from the earth.
Like,
Es de la tierra.
yeah, because I've heard that. I've asked
100%.
myself that
Yeah.
too many times, and like, it's a, I don't know. I still don't know if it's bad or good for me. You know.
Even if you just take
How I look at it,
all those positives that
Mhm.
it can help with the body,
Yeah.
just to get high.
Mm-hmm.
Any of that.
Yeah.
plus
It's see.
and like there's one thing that says in the Bible: we're born sinners, and we're always gonna be sinners. So the
Yeah.
person
Definitely.
that's gonna forgive us already died, and He died for us to forgive us. So we're already forgiven.
Yeah.
But
Of course.
there's a thing.
That's what
Yes,
you said.
smoking and everything. But by the end of the day, when you're ready to let go, just let go and just give yourself to God. That's one of the things that I see it right.
Mhm.
How do you see it?
I got kind of.
I know every time.
That's the
That's the GMO.
That's the GMO.
Yeah.
Inspired.
I'm inspired right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
painting a canvas right now with my
Inspired.
words.
No, that's a good word. I don't know, man. I think
To repent. That's what I was going for. If you repent from heart, from your sins with God, you show Him your heart and your soul.
He says, yeah.
yeah.
He's gonna forgive you.
Yeah,
But if you keep
right.
doing going like forgive me with no purpose, he's just gonna like he's just taking it as a game.
Yeah.
No, for
That's
sure.
what I was going for.
No, you gotta take God serious, so He'll show you He's serious, bro. You know what I mean? Back to what you're saying with the weed and God, like I just take for my partner saying one time he's Indian, like East Indian, red dot,
Okay. Okay.
curry. You know what I'm saying? Like he
I
said
wasn't an
they
Indian.
smoke weed to get closer to God. The more you
Okay.
Yeah,
smoke, the
because
higher you get, you're getting closer to
that's what our
God. You know what
ancestors
I
have
mean?
done too. They use on the THC and psychedelics as something they've been using like to travel out of their body, like
Yeah.
out of body experience. Like you see yourself, like let's say I'm laying on the couch, I got so high that I just passed out, and I see myself. I'm like, oh shit.
Right.
That's like then they from there on they go like, oh, what's this and this and this because they're basically you're in another dimension basically.
No shit.
True. True. Yeah. Yeah. There's too many drugs, and weed is just one more. You know. That's
Nah,
it.
weed is about my comfort zone. Now, all that other stuff, I'm
Yeah.
good with, man. I don't venture out.
Nah,
Like, I don't
that's
play with my life, man. I
nah,
don't.
yeah.
Life is, you know what I mean? Like, there was a time that actually, I don't know how this how you guys brought God into this podcast like this, man. But he's here now.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah,
You know,
definitely.
We
and
It's
make
always,
it we
always,
make it like that.
for sure.
always
We
with
make
me
it a
and with you
part
guys. Sure.
of the podcast that God is always present when we're doing a podcast.
No, I love it, man. We big God fearing for my family. Just even my side of town, bro. Like, we know how God is real and how He's worked for us. Always blessed us. You know what I mean? Because in my community, I would say East Pasco, man, we rich, we're wealthy. And I wouldn't say financially, but like with friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And the community that we
Yeah,
built together. You know what I
emotionally
mean?
rich.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's rich, man.
And in
That's
nowadays, I feel like people don't bring God into the conversation. It's just so hard for them. I don't know why.
yeah.
Like right now, honestly, it was hard for me, but I was like, fuck it, you know why? Why is it
No,
hard?
man, I got a God I got Jesus tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a rosary.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got
Um,
God with me, man. I mean, I got some crosses on me just to symbolize, man, that He with me. You know, if that's a way to symbolize that you with God
That
or
you're
whatever.
blessed.
Like
You're
I'm
a
trying
child of
to.
light. You're
I'm not afraid to
son of
show
light.
people. You know what I mean?
sure.
Like that's part of my morals and my character. And, I've gave myself to God. You know what I mean? I remember being baptized as a kid and stuff, and then when I was older, about 20 something, a girl that was part of dating her was to get baptized with her parents. I
Hmm.
did it again. Um, I don't. There, it came later than that. That like I just gave myself to God, and like it's in your hands. You know, when you're trying to control so much and do so much, it comes to a point it's out of your hands, bro.
Yeah.
And it was just overwhelming. So I'm like, throw my hands up. It's on you, God. You steering the wheel, man. You know what I mean? And I just gave my heart to him, man, and trusted the process, man. And
Cause I've heard if you don't respect and fear God, who else are you gonna
yeah.
fear and respect? You know,
Hmm.
your parents maybe, but what if you don't respect your parents anymore? Who are you
If
gonna respect?
yeah,
Who are you gonna fear? No
if
one.
if you think you don't
You're
have
lost right there.
a parent, if you think you don't have a father, you do. It's God. God's your dad. God's your father. He's the one that gives
So,
you wisdom. The one that scolds you when you do something bad. It may not be physically, but it may be making you like, oh, I wanted this car. He may not give you that car.
Faith. He's the
Yeah,
only one that gives you faith.
yeah. Put it like this right now. We're planting mustard seeds to whoever sees the podcast.
yeah,
Oh yeah, we
yeah.
have to.
Here,
That's
I know a lot of guys go to jail and then they find God, and it seems like, you know, you don't got to hit rock bottom to find him and trust in him either. You know what I mean? Like,
uh,
if you look, I know social media and they push the devil. The devil's always working. You know what I mean? And
you know
um,
rest.
you got to see through that shit, man. You got to think for yourself, man, and don't get them. You see these devils in commercials, and the kids are. You know
Especially
what I
music
mean? Like
nowadays.
it's so commercial to see the
So
devil.
commercial, huh? Yeah.
That you see him more than you see God, man.
Like that one Krampus movie they made.
You
Yeah.
Which one?
Krampus?
Krampus?
Yeah, it's basically like a
Mm.
beast with horns that dresses as Santa Claus. This one
Um,
kid
yeah,
is
it's
showing him
crazy.
this and that. Like,
I've
yeah.
seen
It's
this.
crazy. Yeah.
That's basically it.
But that's how they get into your home, though, man. They're getting the kids, man. They're getting the kids to, you know, even practice satanic stuff, man. They don't even know it. You know what I mean? They tuned in these cartoons, these shows, making decisions about their gender and stuff. And,
Yeah, yeah.
it's just a lot of stuff going
How he
on,
said
bro.
music. I mean,
Music.
we have music around ourselves every day,
Uh,
and you're listening to this type of lyrics.
yeah.
You take it just as normal,
Yeah, like
right?
7 out of 10 songs, you're gonna have the word devil right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
So I've been found, I would say, guilty of the music situation because I used to make, more gangster rap music and more about my environment, how I came up. So I never really talked about shooting or killing nobody, but mostly just getting money selling drugs. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean? I don't know, I wasn't trying to glorify it as on a musical side of a level. It's just, that's what I knew. I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know I couldn't fake something like these rap artists can come and be something they're not. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, when the opportunity came to actually try to do it, maybe do it professionally at some point,
Mm-hmm.
I just did what I was kind of already
You've done
doing.
music then.
I was actually selling when I was rapping, so I had
Roll the clip. That's
Hey,
I
pretty soon we're
was
gonna have
gonna-
that. Pretty soon.
Mexican Red Bull.
I was gonna send you guys. I was gonna send you guys. You mandaron a couple links.
Oh yeah, man, we
Yeah,
got it
I
ready.
was showing
Hey,
Sus and Jamie. I think yeah.
Yeah.
They were like, "What the fuck?" Yeah,
how,
Sus thought it, just liked it.
how about we do this? Like first podcast, let's start a new segment. Might as well. Do you still know how to throw bars?
Oh man, I'm just on chill, man. I've been,
Come on, come
you,
on,
you
come on.
seen you seen what we've been puffing on, man.
Yeah.
This thing, and it's the music thing, at the same time, man. I know a lot of the young homies and a lot of people look up to these musicians, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
these musicians are like they're promoting drug use. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? They're promoting the narcotics and stuff. And um, it's just something I kind of like with the music. It became so real and so part of me and the music that I started going to jail for music and.
Hmm.
Um,
Crazy.
just like you would go to jail for drugs. So it's like music was that powerful. You know what I mean? It's like a drug. Like it really can influence these kids,
Yeah,
man. You know what
yeah.
I mean?
People will really get a they would really get addicted to those type of beats and the type of hertz the music
Mhm.
was like recorded in and made with.
Exactly.
Like now Mexican music, like
Like right now,
that's what happens.
Shape 'em.
before it was
With- with
432 hertz.
Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
808s and fucking. That we're talking about Brian Myers. Remember
Yeah,
Brian
Mhm.
Myers? Shout out fucking Brian Myers. That fucker was 16 years old, saying the filthiest things ever at
Uh-huh.
that age, and living it in
Right.
Puerto Rico, like that's where he's from.
Yeah.
And it was like the start of that Latin trap, like in them, and he's just little monster.
I love that
Like
shit.
yeah,
Too.
but he's just says the fucking worst shit ever. I would play it at the casino.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I love his fucking music. Because I'm music, but like it's the stuff that he says. I'll translate it to people. They're like, he's not saying that. I'm like, yes, he just did.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'll be. I used to play it at the casino all the time. I'd be working nights, just doing Brian Myers, go get him through it. And then this song called Esclava, called Slave.
Brian Myers. I know who you're talking about now.
So Esclava, the song is Slave.
I don't know
It's
that
first
much.
one.
I was confusing when I
is
said
crazy.
Mike Towers.
Mike
No, it was
Towers.
before Mike Towers. Let's put it. But anyways, like all this fucking music would be going on, and it's one of my favorite ones. And I actually would be like, someone's like, oh, some ladies were like, so bien, like that's nice. And then one lady would be like, what the fuck did she need to say? Or like it was
Yeah,
tempo.
yeah.
This one song, they say there's some dirty shit. The guy goes, he's like, ponme un condón con la boca, mejor no me lo pongas ya. And the lady looked up, and I'm just like, and then he says, put the rubber on with your mouth, don't put it on, just go ahead. And it says it's so clear, and it's so fucking smooth the way he says it. And I'm just looking around, the lady looks up,
To see
like,
who
she's like, Junior,
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up? I'm like, you gotta go. I got your food, it's good. She's like, no, what did he say? I'm like, oh no. She's just cracking up laughing. And I was like, what the fuck? But it's shown so nicely, so easily. And then, but then it's the same thing. Everybody's like, todo lo said we can see it. They're all glorifying it. I fucking love that shit. I love that music.
Yeah.
But it takes that person to be like, okay, am I gonna be doing this? Or am I just gonna enjoy it? Some people.
But there's some
Debbie,
people that take it and they're like,
they're weak. They're Debbie, and they don't know it. And they don't know it. They're just,
Like a weak mindset. Depends if you have a strong mindset to take things. If you have a strong mindset, go for it. Nothing can take it down. But if you think you have a weak mindset, then why do you try it? Right?
yeah.
It's the music it's more with the music how powerful it is. It's repetitious, man. Because like you listening to this favorite song 100 million times, you know the lyrics.
mm-hmm.
It's consciously playing all the time, man. And you fuck around, and start doing it. Actually sipping that lean or popping that pill or peer pressure. Hey, take this. Like, oh shit, it is cool. I heard the song a million times. You know what I mean? It's just it can lead into a lot of difficult situations you put yourself into, man, and wrong place at the wrong time, man. It could be locked up, bro, or even worse. This fentanyl shit ain't. This shit has no discrimination. You know what I mean?
Hell
It's
no.
ruthless.
From the
You know,
riches to the poorest.
one thing with cannabis, you know what I mean? If my daughter has a sleepover, she's 13. She have a sleepover, 5, 6 girls for a slumber party. They get in my weed bag and think that them gummies are candy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
They eat them.
Hmm.
It's cool. In the morning, we can talk about it, right? They slept good. Nobody's, you know, but, imagine getting into grandma's, Percocet bottle. It might be 5 or 6 dead little girls.
Sure.
It's different, and it's fentanyl so ruthless on the streets, man. And the addiction,
That
the
happened
rate is what it's
recently.
doing to people is sad. So shout out another thing to the little homies. If this does reach those ears, please, man, do not engage in fentanyl, any of these drugs. Um, it's bad. It's death. It's nothing's gonna come of it. Just trying it once on a Friday night with a girl might try to get you to do it, or vice versa. Have the have the discipline within yourself
Say no.
to say no. Straight
Yeah.
up, just say
Yeah.
no. Get away from that situation. You don't have to try anything. You don't let your friends make you feel less than, or even a family member. Just get away from that situation because you are loved. Um,
Yeah.
you are needed on this planet. You know what I'm saying? So
If
don't take the easy route out with the bullshit.
if they offer you things like that, whether they be your family, your friends, you say no, and then they keep offering you, making fun of you. That ain't really your family
No,
or your
hell
friend.
no.
My mom always says, watch out,
Man,
My mom always says,
I like, yeah,
if
but
they offer you something bad, they're not your friends. That's
mhm.
it. Just as simple as that. You know what I mean?
That's
So
real, bro.
if
That's
they
real.
offer something bad, they're not your friends.
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah, make some new friends, man.
yeah.
Like, or don't have any friends at all, man. There's nothing wrong with being
With
solo.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing your own thing, going to school, and going right home and hitting your studies. I mean, you don't need to be involved in all these cliques and these gangs and participate to any of this bullshit, man. Just do you, and that's what's cool. You know what I mean? I think when we were coming up, we had a lot of role models that were negative role models to follow. You know what I mean? That was more in our face. And now these kids got social media. They can watch Michael Jordan old clips. They can watch these new guys on anything doing great. You know what I mean? They have more chances to go find that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Than we did. You know?
they have
Just
more chances to find it. But the thing is, they don't focus on that. They focus on more of the all guns, money by dealing and all of these things. Cause same music,
Mhm.
like it says, like
Mhm.
how it's going in Mexico right now. They're trying to ban corridos.
yeah, yeah.
They're trying to ban the narco corridos right now.
And that's what I'm saying. They're young, like
Yeah.
right around 16, what are they, Nata, and then they're like in their teens too.
Yeah.
Freaking little and those tumbados, they just that's what it is, man. And pinche peso with
What do you think about that? That they're gonna ban that type of music?
you can't. It's like banning liquor years ago, and when we weren't even born, and it's you can't if it's music. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And no matter what, then they're gonna make it. But I said más. There's gonna be more.
They're gonna more.
Yeah,
There
it's
could
gonna
be
make it
there's gonna be more
popular.
because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You're
could,
trying to ban it.
No me
Just gonna
paró.
make it.
No me pararon.
Like when
Yeah.
we're trying to ban rap, no, right here in the
Yeah,
United
I mean, it
States.
went through in the 80s too.
Many people went to
80s
jail,
tried
and
to.
then many other rappers came hard
Yeah.
because of that.
like that one. Do you like fuck the police?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've heard that
Yeah.
that story.
Music's that powerful, man. Like you said, you try to ban it, people are gonna want it more.
Yeah,
So
of
now it's
course.
gonna be in demand.
Like drugs too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
yeah.
the
When you
same
ban
thing.
it, they wanted more.
And
For
what
some
is it?
reason.
Excuse my Spanish. How do you say it? The corridos.
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 It's
Yeah.
like if you say cocoon,
Cocoon.
like corridos.
Corridos.
Yeah, you just roll that. Drah.
Corrido.
Yeah, corridos.
Corrido.
There you
Corridos.
go.
Hey man, by the end of this podcast, I'm gonna do it.
I
Right.
know that is.
Hey, but check it out, man. I know that music is negative. Um,
No,
and some people it's both, right? People love it and it's negative and positive or whatever it may be. But I seen that shit, bro, and that's some gangster rap, bro. That's more gangster. That corrido music is gangster than gangster rap, bro. They putting the guys in the streets name on these records and playing it live, and Man, that's a whole nother level of gangster, bro. So
Tupac and
I, I,
Chalito.
I almost want to give a shout out to those guys because that shit is gangster, bro. I know it's real. It ain't this other shit that be on mainstream and these other genres of music. That Corrido shit is some gangster, serious, real shit. Um,
Stories that happen.
I would never try
Stories.
to ban nobody and
Yeah.
put duct tape over somebody's mouth because it's still a story.
Yeah.
It's history. It's current shit
It
that's
just
going
depends
on.
how you tell it, how you
Yep.
sing it, how
But
you write it.
Mm-hmm.
That's on the writers, but the story's right there.
I mean, it's a
man, I
good
seen
fucking.
like
They're
a
good.
50-year-old
Fuck
dude
yeah.
though, like in a like a mariachi band, they playing this gangster ass shit. These older dudes and this gangster music. Man, shout out to y'all, man. That shit gangster, bro.
So tell me about. Were you there when?
I mean, do y'all see some 50, 60-year-old black dudes rap, fucking singing gangster rap like that, bro?
Yeah.
It's
No,
not the same.
no, it's not the same, huh?
You got these 50, 40-year-old older Mexican guys, man, singing these
Singing
stories,
corridos,
bro.
yeah.
It's different, bro. And
True.
that part of culture to me was really intriguing when I seen what y'all was doing with that, man. That's some I seen the people in the crowd loving that shit. So how can it be wrong, bro?
Yeah.
When the music is touching people and actually, music ain't for everybody, bro. In different genres, or like you might not like country music, or that's not ringing a bell, but they hear the corridos.
Yeah.
If they see these guys at their local bar talking about a local dude they see in the streets all day, that's different. I can feel that, man. I relate to that, and do what y'all do, man. I support it. I love it. Shit.
Oh yeah.
All I seen was happy people, man, and that's a culture. You can't explain culture to somebody who don't understand it, bro.
Who don't see
You
it.
know what I mean? I can't judge that. Like, I want to go see what it's about.
Yep.
You know
If
what I'm
people
saying?
can understand it with their ears,
Yeah.
let them understand with their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't believe what you hear, you believe what you see.
I seen the joy of the kids having their name in these records, bro, and they were just so proud, and their homies, and being from the poverty neighborhoods, they felt like they somebody. Well, I'm somebody, I'm on a record. And it just, I could see the electricity it brought, to the other people
To the other
around
people
them.
around. Yep.
And they wanted to do it like they wanted to get their money up to go
Mm-hmm.
put Eduardo in a song. Eduardo's the guy with the AK. And I was just like fascinated by that shit, man. I was just like, this shit is gangster.
Oh, it's like with the
So,
golden with the golden extender AK clip,
True.
with the golden
Golden
white
girl.
marble, the hangers and everything.
But then I seen like 40 days later, Eduardo's resting in peace, man.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah.
the
Rest in peace,
storyline,
Eduardo.
it's crazy too, man. So, shout out to that culture. Shout out to y'all, what y'all doing, because, just like the black community, you know what I'm saying? I can't, we going through the same type of shit too, bro. We're killing each other and we got the police killing us, man. So, we got a lot of help.
In common. We got a lot in common.
We got to help ourselves before,
It's like I say, instead of hating each other, let's take that energy
Yeah.
and mix it. Let's mix it so
Yeah.
we can make something bigger and better for everybody.
It might not
Us
work.
and
It
for
might not
us.
work, but
Yeah.
you still you tried at least.
Yeah.
Right?
That's
least
what I
you
love
tried.
about East Pasco. Like, everybody works with each other over here. You know what I mean? This is a unique situation, man, to come to and be involved in, because the Hispanic community all spend money with each other here. And they don't need to go anywhere else. This side of town, like I tell Junior all the time, we don't got a Subway, McDonald's. Like, kind of the part of the city that they left out. Like, we don't even got a Little Caesars, you know what I mean? But we got Mercy's, the best pizza in fucking probably the West Coast, down the street of my fingertips. I got La Esperanza Taco Truck.
La Esperanza Taco
You know what I'm
Truck,
saying? Donitas.
Doñitas
They
Tacos.
didn't pay me to say all this shit either, bro. Like, these are my favorite
shout out.
spots. You know
Don
what I mean?
Rubios. Don Rubios is like besides Esperanza.
Yeah, Don Rubio, shout out
Dude,
to my
Dave,
boy.
if you didn't know, Dave, shout out to Don Rubios.
DJ
Yeah.
Nasty Edwin.
He barely opened up a bar, a nightclub
Yeah,
behind his
I didn't know.
behind it.
We
Yeah.
still have a hookah in the back too.
yeah.
Hookah in the back.
Yeah.
We're gonna have the hookah right here
I think
next
I
time.
gave it away.
No, man.
No, shout out to my dogs, bro. Them is my homies, bro. Shout out to them.
I got stories with Isaiah that he always
Yeah.
tells people about me. I should tell a couple.
Shout out
Hey,
to
what-
Isaiah.
It's a good story.
What if you tell right now?
No.
You say no. All right, we'll leave it like that. We'll leave it.
Shout out to Isaiah.
For the premium players of the podcast.
The premium.
And they would even ask. He's like, I'm gonna tell you guys.
Shout out to Isaiah Don Rubio's, man. Go support him. You know what I'm saying? Go support his business. Go check it out if you haven't been there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Javi's Chicken across the street.
Oh
chicken
man,
Yeah,
toast.
they recently opened too.
Been over there fucking with them.
Excuse me, guys, my bad.
Send people over there all the time. Shout out to the Mexican lady that brings us tamales by the shop.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Shout out
true.
to those people too, man. Like we support everything. I grew up on that. I don't see nothing wrong with buying tamales out the fucking back of somebody's trunk in the middle of the parking lot, bro. Like,
That's crazy.
you know, they got the salsa too. That's just fire.
That's just fire. Even
Shout out to them. Number one, number one.
Numero uno. That's right.
That part. So the food is a big part of this community, man, and
We like food. We all like food.
fucking love.
I love having this weed shop here and bringing different people over into this community with this business and taking them around to the food around here and making memories, man, because they never had anything like, you know, that we pass by sometimes, you know. Don't even think about it, but it's the best food they ever tasted in their fucking life, and I love that. You know what I mean? Thank you, East Pasco.
Nice place. We are here too. We are here too. Yeah.
Straight
So
up. I appreciate y'all having me here, man.
Nah,
Junior
man,
was
it's a
pumping
pleasure.
y'all up, and
he was
telling me y'all had
talking
something special over here, man. And
so good about you. We couldn't let that opportunity go. You know.
I had to, man. If it's part of my community, it's just like a couple steps away, man. Anything I can do.
We could have been walking.
Yeah. Anything we could do to, you know, help forward and progress, man, and even help this younger generation, you know what I mean? Do some positive shit too in the community, you know?
Yeah.
Straight up.
Hopefully, we reach a lot of people for that to tell them good stuff, not bad stuff. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, tell you people, man, weed's not bad. I mean, you don't gotta smoke it. Like the stigma. Look at him.
Mm-hmm.
So your mind, like, you know, with the Latino Mexicanos, like they're like, ay, marihuanos. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's the same term, like, oh, you the potheads. That mentality. There's people aren't potheads. You know, I mean, there are potheads. We're all potheads in different ways, diferentes maneras. But you could be productive.
Yeah.
You could fucking have no dolores. Like my knees hurt, my back hurts. Bloop, couple of these, couple of that. A little pomada on my foot. We all have right there.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell someone naturally, like, and look, pasa, like the people come in, entra, and they're like, and I'm watching them, you know, just because I'm excited to tell these people like shit that's working on me. Like, oh fuck, man,
Oh yeah.
me
That's
siento bien, I'm gonna work. I'll follow me, I'll put the gummy, boom, I'm awake. You know, put this over here, my knees don't hurt. So, and then they're like, Junior, trabajo. So like, it's exciting to, and to young people that it's not scary. Some people are still scared of weed, you know, they're like marihuanos, but there's more. Everyone thinks they just marijuana's just boom, pa dormir, yeah, y comer. No, there's like that THCV that helps suppress your appetite. You know, and we have it in a pin, boop, joints, boop, or candies, boop. Yeah, ice cream, todo, cremita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tienen dolores, you wanna fucking, go to sleep, you can go to sleep también. Or be productive. Hay unos con caffeine. Que te really with the 40 milligrams of caffeine, como half a cup of coffee in it. Bloop. So like Betty,
No way.
you said they use it for pre-workout, but she chinga como tres. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But you
There's
know,
too many options out
there's any option.
Yeah.
The thing is, how do you want to feel?
Well,
How do you want to feel when you come in? Or when you leave?
Mm.
Or how do you want to feel like maybe later too? And that's a lot of people are like just get high. I mean, yeah, I fucking love getting high. There's different ways of getting high with weed.
Yeah.
And we sup with weed. Me encanta. I'm like, I love it.
and I think weed gets a bad name in a lot of these communities with especially older people
Yeah.
who actually get to the polls and vote and stuff and make, you know, they
make the
they can make the changes,
Yeah,
you know what I
the
mean?
changes.
But they might see these young dudes smoking weed, you know what I'm saying? You know, out their backyard or, you know, in the community. They seeing people smoke weed, but then you're seeing that young dude, they're putting a sheet over him. And they're not correlating. They think weed is the reason he OD'd off fentanyl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't know the separation, so it's just weed's bad. Because I just seen Mijo just smoking weed, now he's dead. Like,
That's because of weed.
they don't hear
Good
fentanyl,
ways.
they don't hear heroin, they don't hear nothing else once he's dead. It's weed, you know, and it's a big misconception. You know, I see a lot of people's views on that. When weed was the least of the problem, you know what I'm saying? Weed was probably even people do on hard drugs. They smoke marijuana to get the appetite. You know what I mean? They need to eat. They need to calm down. They need to suppress being so active and wanting to go do harder drugs. You know, if that makes sense. But I just think, you know, with like education, I'm so glad like Junior, Betty, and everybody in the shop like educate the people on actually the benefits of this stuff. You know, you just don't have to smoke it. Now you can eat it. You can now we got gummies. I got Starburst. I got drinks. I got ice cream. I got
You got ice cream.
I got lotion.
Yeah,
I got stuff you can.
Are we gonna have the shirt after this podcast or what?
Yeah, man, we got some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like Junior was saying, like there's different levels of what you want to do, and I see a lot of this hardworking Hispanic guys coming out hard day work. This is their release. You know what I mean? Getting a little joint or whatever. It ain't interfering with that 5 o'clock in the morning. They there. You know, that's one thing about Hispanic community. Like they ain't gonna fuck up work behind no weed. So these guys that smoking weed, they're fine.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like,
they get the job out
yeah,
faster.
man, they relax, and that's they relax. If you can smoke a joint and have 10 to 15 minutes with yourself, that might be the only time you get for the whole day. And if you can get that little time and it changes your whole mindset to, you know, for the rest of the day to be in good spirits, I mean, what's wrong with that?
And
You know?
just like everything, like alcohol and all other things. Like just if you're gonna smoke like how do you say responsibly, right?
No, that's another thing. A lot of
Exactly.
people.
I like the way you said that, man. That's right.
You
man.
just
responsibly.
When people come in and we're talking about gummies and stuff like that, people be like, "Oh no, like no, I can't even look at that." I'm like, "Why? You had a bad experience?" I'm like, "You got one from a friend or something."
Yeah.
They're like, "Yeah, I was only supposed to eat a corner, ate the whole thing, and then I was hungry, so I ate another one." And then they went to the hospital. They're just there, and they have a horrible experience.
Yeah.
But they love to smoke. They can smoke. They bong, the little pins. And they're like, I wish I could do a gummy that way. I'm like, you can't. I was like, so that's it is. You tell them one little gummy is tanto así, okay? Do 4 pieces and then play with it. Take your time, figure it out. But don't be like, chingate toda la bag, 'cause you're like, and there's some people that I've talked to that I'm like, damn, they're all. I look at them like, they get down.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's your time? She's like, I'll eat the whole bag, and then I'm gonna mix that ice cream with the drink, and then mix it all together, and I'll be good for about 8 hours, and I won't be like, dang,
What the?
I was like, fuck. And then they're serious, and they're serious, and they're completely functioning, like, and they just have different, different people, and then the thing is, but like. People come in and then they're scared of it, like that. But
because they had that bad experience,
and some just don't know, and then they're just gonna eat like 2 of them and then get it back. So we want to make sure, hey, like,
and that's good that you were
figure it out,
telling them already, at least.
Like start off by half a gummy.
Yeah. There's some that are like, como las capitas, little caps on the raised lemonade.
Talk about gummies. I remember the horchata ones you told me.
Oh yeah.
The horchata ones.
Oh, the new.
Sabían a pura horchata, güey. They were straight up like horchata. Yeah.
Shout out to Constellation.
Yep. Constellation with the mango chamoy.
Chilados. Yeah.
The fucking chilados.
Constellation.
I saw it on the page.
I'm gonna get one.
It's fire.
I'm gonna stop there before tonight.
Yeah, Constellation is a cannabis brand. They got fire ass product. They're top shelf. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to my homegirl from Blush Velvet, Cheyenne, a woman, in this game too. Yeah, they got that horchata. They got the chili,
the mango chile chilados.
Yeah,
it tastes like saladito.
I haven't seen the fucking
chamoy,
ads, bro. They're fire. They look fire.
It's good.
They got some inspired flavors, man.
Those are the flowers. Yeah.
Makes me laugh because it's like going to the store and seeing a ketchup.
Those was $2.
Ketchup with the sauce.
Yeah.
So like,
That's
crazy now.
Yeah, man.
And back then it was just flour, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Flour and
just normal wax.
Knifers and then, bubble ass and like
Have you guys ever smoked bud by grabbing 2 knives Heating them up red hot and then like
Yeah.
just putting the butt in there.
The knife.
Knife hit.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
The knife.
Knife.
That's a knife.
That's a knife,
Oh,
yeah.
I saw it on an Instagram video. I was like, oh,
Oh,
the
man.
hell is he gonna be asking?
Oh,
for
it'll
it?
get you.
That's some Northwest Washington
Oh,
State
man.
shit. I wouldn't just say Northwest, the whole state of Washington. We know we one of the originators of this, in this cannabis game. Like we one of the leaders, you know what I'm saying, from this indoor grow, especially in Seattle. These guys are growing in their basement for years, supplying the whole state.
Quality
We got
stuff.
some of the dopest shit, man, that's actually now coming to the market. We got, everybody thrives once that Washington State shit. You know what I mean? If other states around us, you know what I mean? If even people in Florida, East Coast know Washington got fired, bro. Like we just got a reputation for
Fire,
having
bro.
potent good shit, and we spoiled. And you don't know how spoiled you are until you get to outside of Washington. You
Washington,
know what I
yeah.
mean? But Oregon, we good. California, we get off the coast, bro. You're gonna have some problems, man. You ain't gonna have the fire that we got, bro. It's not gonna be the same.
From my experience, every time I've gone to to your guys' store, I've always anything that I get, it's always fire. It's always heat.
Yeah. So man, that's what we seek out the best shit, man. We seeking out the fire. You know what I mean? I don't want to. This community deserves to have access
Yeah,
to great products.
Quality
bro.
stuff.
Quality, yeah, quality over quantity.
they deserve to
Yup.
feel that
Yeah,
that euphoria after a long day of work.
Yeah.
Like your back hurts,
No.
your feet hurts, your head hurts, you have a migraine.
oh yeah,
Yeah, you're just chilling. Then after like 30 minutes later, you just eating ice cream on your couch watching a
Yeah.
series.
you good.
There's someone, senor. You just mentioned someone's like Friday night.
Yeah.
Someone comes in, man. Like,
They're gonna be like, that was me.
he's gonna,
Last
he's
week.
like, Junior, come here. Indica, un churro, $2, bro. Here, you pick.
Uh,
And he's like, perfect. He's like, he's like, with my malteada, he's fucking chilling. He boom.
Actually,
Yeah.
those high THC ones, right? The $2 ones.
I mean, there's some, yeah.
Creo que sí. I put up once and
There was like
they
a
offered
mint
us
Oasis that was
$2.
like 26% on it, but $2, it went quick.
They were good. They were good.
$2
rápido,
joints.
like that.
Así, papa. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
How long we've been talking for?
About almost an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
All right. So before we finish up this podcast, what's a message that you have for the people? What's a legacy message do you want to leave?
Coming from where we come from, man, with not as many opportunities to believe in yourself, man. There's gonna be you got more, people hating on your ideas or what you're doing. You know what I mean? Than support. You know what I mean? So
Good support. Yeah.
believe in yourself, man, and chase your dreams down, man. Don't be afraid to be different. You know what I mean? Believe in yourself and just put the work in, man. I think, everybody's trying to get instant gratification. You want to get instantly rich, you know what I mean? You think, getting a lottery and winning the lottery, that's going to solve all your problems, you know what I mean? So, you know, I had a chance to kick it with Nipsey Hussle a little bit, man. I remember a lot of things he told me, and one thing I regurgitate a lot is taking the stairs. The gratification from working hard and actually getting to where you want to be, you can't buy that. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different feeling than it being handed to you. Take the stairs, man. Be yourself. Be authentic. You're gonna see your friends over here in the elevator. You know what I mean? And you're gonna be sweating. Taking these steps of business, learning. Every step of the business though, and that's gratifying, man. To at the end of the day, man, to see something successful, build a team that's on the same like mind, to want something to be successful. Because I think I'm one of 3 or 4 black owners in Washington State, man, to even get an opportunity to do something like this, man. And I handpicked everybody to come with me on this journey. Everyone's hard workers. Everybody's confident, believes in themselves, believes in together we can do something huge. And that's what I'm trying to show my community, that blacks and Hispanics, man, deserve to be in the cannabis industry, not just being arrested and used as commodity in their prisons. went to jail 10-1 versus white people in this cannabis game. They're giving us action now to give back to combat that war on drugs because we were used as cattle for these prisons, being arrested for marijuana. Now that it's legal, they're giving us action at blacks and Hispanics actually owning um, what the dominated industry of white people have already have. So it's a blessing. It's a double blessing to be in these paths going out in support of the people. It's a blessing to have people like this.
Shout out to Junior.
You know what I'm saying? People like you guys
Okay.
using your platform to get, messages out to people by the masses. I'm just Slam Man from the East Side. We're trying to make a difference in our community, man. That we see needs to be changed. So and put one foot in front of the other. Take the stairs.
Take the stairs.
I see a lot of people on the elevator.
Like that. Yeah, I like
You
that.
know what I mean? They already, they're getting to where they want to.
They're waiting for the elevator, and you're halfway already.
I just know that elevator's got a ceiling. It's gonna stop,
Mm.
and we're gonna pass the elevator on the stairs. Still gonna.
Yeah, you still go.
You're still gonna climb, because the elevator can't go all the way to the fucking top.
Yeah,
Change
that's
the
right. No way.
So we'll pass all those elevators that leveled off. We'll still be on the stairs, and we'll be humble as we look back. And it just gives us the more strength to let us know where we came from.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be better people. So our community. So we want to show all the little homies, all the little homegirls, like, chase your dreams. Be what you want. And don't ever let nobody
Don't
tell
be scared.
you.
As you said, don't be scared to be different.
Yeah, be authentic.
Yeah.
Because that's what's cool. Be authentic. Be original. Be yourself. That's what's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's what people are gonna love about you. Trying to be like somebody else, is not the way out. You feel me? So, appreciate you guys having me on here, Junior. Bringing Junior.
Bringing Junior was a blessing.
In that culture, man, and show people like, we here in this community to do some positive things, man. Bring culture, bring good business to to this community.
To this side.
Yeah, and just show other people, man, in our community, like,
it is possible.
It's possible.
It's
man.
possible.
Yeah. It's possible.
I want to thank God, all the team that's right here.
Don't eat the knives up too. Junior's very knowledgeable. And
I mean, don't drop a 250 on Valentine's Day. No, just
I didn't get it.
Just enjoy yourself, man. Like, literally, like, I lived a lot of, like, there's a few stories I told you about my life. I lived a lot of lives. Seen a lot of people. I love people. And that's why I love this. Me encanta, like, el casino. That's why I loved it. I was engulfed with it. I went in there just for a little bit, but opportunity, and either take it or make it.
Yeah.
And I chose to continue with it because I enjoyed where I was at. Exchange, whatever. Boom, here, opportunity. Hello,
That's another one.
And like, while in between the middle, I'm like, okay, there's other opportunities. I'm gonna take it. We're communicating. Just fucking let me know, man. Just fucking let me know. That's it. The other place I was at, loved it too. Loved the people. Awesome. Verizon, Emerson. But this, being right here, seeing people come in all the time from out of state, and then they learn something, like, to me, it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, me encanta weed. I've been smoking weed since I was a little kid. I love everything weed. And, but I'm always learning. You're always learning. And then me with, like, two people like Seuss and Michael there.
Mm-hmm.
They have so much knowledge and so bien calmados, these guys. They're so, like, nice, this like good hearts, and they're like learning. I'm like, I was like freaking out. I'm like picking their brains. What about this? What about this? What about this? I need to know. So I want to share. Then I look it up. Okay, dude, I heard about this. Oh, but do you see that? No. Let's find it. So this constant learning, and then enjoying letting people know about it. And if sometimes like even if they don't ask, but not like because I'm like, pero they like this, but let me show you this, But no, it's just that take opportunities, if not make them. And be good. Be good to people. People be good to you, man. One way or another. If they're not, it's cool.
That's real
Enjoy
shit,
yourself.
man. Would you say if there's no opportunities, make them.
Make them.
Sure.
Make them.
I see Pascal on that next show, man. I love that shit, bro. There's no opportunities, make them.
Make them.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. This was our first podcast one. It's amazing to meet you guys and just talk to people, because that's what we are, people, and make relationships.
Yeah, we might be doing a part 2 of this podcast. There was a lot of things that we didn't talk about.
Yeah.
A lot of stories, subjects that I wanted to talk about that I got curious, but we're gonna have to leave it for another time. Gotta keep that suspense on, right?
Oh yeah.
Now we'll definitely come back do a part 2, man. We'll chop some of this game up with, hanging with Snoop Dogg, meet Willie Nelson, running up and down the West Coast, smoking good fire, a lot of farms, a lot of people, just more history about East Pasco, man. Like what it's become, what it's gonna become. They're building so much over there, man.
They're building the chicken fillet over there, kind of.
Come on, let's go.
Dude, I haven't had chicken fillet in a minute. I'm talking since 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I used to get every morning before high school.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. This is Alex Pa Productions with Slim and Junior. Alex Pa.
LuckyLeaf.
Yeah.
And Leslie. LuckyLeaf. Big shout out. Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Definitely be waiting for part 2. We're going to have it.
Big shout out to my compa Anthony right here.
Anthony. Aquí estamos con Anthony en la cámara.
Ciao.
Una reata de requinto también. Badass in the guitar.
Bro, put that shit together, man. I appreciate him. He's on the back. You know what I mean? Yeah. I appreciate y'all giving him the credit too, man. Because behind the scenes, man, sometimes get drowned out and nobody, but they're just as important as everybody else on the crew, man. So shout out to
you gotta keep the team motivated, And
just like y'all invited me down here, man, April 4th, this Friday, we have the grand opening.
April 1st, Fool's Day.
Yeah, today.
April 4th.
No,
April Fool's Day.
Today is Fool's Day. I don't know. I just think it's crazy because we got this shit on this day.
We're getting to the end of the podcast already. I'm gonna grab a slice.
Yeah.
I've been eyeing that pizza since we got here.
Hey man, get you some Little Caesars, man. I ate a million of those before on the track.
April 4th.
April 4th. We're doing a grand opening right down here at LuckyLeaf.
20% off. That's
right
what I heard.
20% off. LuckyLeaf downtown Pasco. Yeah, 528 West Clark.
Is it gonna be 20% off just certain things or the store?
The whole store, man. Let's
if I was you guys, I would have been camping all night already.
Let's sell out. Let's shout the thing out. Let's strip it, man. Let's give back to the community, man, and show them some love, just as much love as they've been showing us. So come down, man. Y'all invited to come down, man. 11 o'clock, they're going to do a ribbon cutting. The Tri-City City of Commerce going to come down. I got Power radio station going to come down and do some broadcasting.
It's going to be something big, guys.
Be able to get some more shout-outs.
We're going to be there for sure. April 4th.
Blog.
11 o'clock.
We're gonna be making a blog, so you guys stay tuned.
Yeah, let's make a blog, man. I got a taco truck right there on location.
Oh yeah,
so we're gonna
good tacos. We
got tacos. And, man. So if come down, check us out. You don't even gotta buy nothing. Just come down, show some support, man, for new business downtown Pasco.
That taco truck better make good money.
Yeah.
Give my heads up.
Yeah.
I'm like, senor, on this day you might want to stock up.
Stock up, man. Grab some extra chicken and some extra steak. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But man, much blessings to you guys
Thank you.
On your podcast, on your way to do big, great things. Glad to be a part of it. And all praises due to God, man. I think this was great, man, to show people like how God is so real and how it connects people, man. Because I totally had nothing written for this. I don't even know what Junior's walking me into.
I'm just like, hey,
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like, I'm like, the boys, I go, they know about this much. That's what it. And I'm like, and then you're fucking nice. Like, you do this, and they're curious about you. So, and I'm like, let them know what we know. I'm like, they're going to Ask whatever.
He's like, hey, what we're gonna ask him? I'm like, just I don't know, just beat yourself,
Yeah,
and
I didn't trip it afterwards because I was like, shit, we're gonna smoke
Yeah.
anyway.
Nah, man, you know, I got complete trust in Junior. It's all good, bro. Whatever it was, I know it was
I knew you
all,
guys would fight.
you know, especially, you know, guy that came into it, so
yeah,
it even made it that much more special, man. So, I appreciate you guys, man. I hope this touches somebody out there, man.
same for
Maybe
you, Paul.
give them some motivation or take them out of a dark place, man, and just, you know, keep going. Just keep going, man. Just it's gonna take, you know, instead of going and get these girls getting BBLs, man, just take the stairs, man. Get on,
Yeah,
you know, do the work.
stairs.
Put in the
Take
work.
the stairs.
Set the stairs. Yeah, you know, set the stairs. Straight up. For real. You'll love yourself even more, man. So
All right,
I
guys.
appreciate
Well,
y'all.
it was great having you guys. Anything else you guys might want to say before we leave?
Still, man. LuckyLeaf, downtown Pasco,
Yeah.
528 West Clark. Dale.
How blessed, man, y'all.
Shit, yeah,
Slim,
we do.
it was
Thanks
nice
for
having you.
Thank
It
you,
was
man.
nice having you
Appreciate
here,
y'all,
guys.
Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
We
man.
appreciate you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
In this
Anytime, any
podcast.
day, we are right here.
Yeah.
Grateful.
Shout out to my favorite spaces around here, La Esperanza, Red Taco Truck Bus.
That's better answer.
Love you guys.